So first we have Undead Unluck, episode 22, profile. So Fuko now finds herself in Victor's memories and is getting hunted down like a dog. After a while, though, she earns his respect by becoming a little bit stronger, and Victor actually ends up seeing her potential in action. So this was a very interesting episode, but it starts off with kind of like a flashback with Victor and Juice kind of walking and talking around the round table. And we also get to see kind of the moment that I believe it was Juice put the card in Victor's head, that metal card that kind of keeps him locked up. What reason do you believe that he would do that she needed to do that? Like what were at the time that you were watching?
So I want to point out too that she looked a lot like Fuko. I thought it was Fuko at one point.
Yeah, man. It was weird. Like I guess she's matured over the years because like yeah, she looked like bright, like wide eyed and very different.
Yeah. Um as far as putting a card in Victor's head though, I don't really see any reason that she would do that because that just like caps his power, right? And they wanted to kill the god or whatever. So like what's the reason?
Right.
I just couldn't think of one.
Yeah. I thought that was weird. And then now that we think about it, like we know they had a relationship, like it made me ask, like, what why hasn't she pulled the card out of his head? At the time at the beginning of this episode, that's why I was thinking that. Because they kind of get into it a little later.
Maybe she put the card in her head that way he would forget about her. Maybe she wanted him to forget about her and that does the trick, right?
It definitely does. It definitely
So,
does.
maybe there was a reason why she needed to get away or do something else that he shouldn't know about or something like that, and so that's what they decided on for the best. I'm assuming it's for the best of mankind, but you never know with Victor. So,
Big Thor. Um, so yeah. So we're at the date of April 15th, 1865. And I just put it in Google, and that was actually the day that Abraham Lincoln was assassinated as well.
mm.
Um, Fun fact for everybody out there, right? Not so fun fact, actually. Not so fun.
Interesting fact.
Interesting factoid. But yeah, Fuka kind of like found herself face to face with Victor, and he says from this point on are his memories. And now we're talking about April 15th here. And I didn't really understand what he was talking about because isn't the April 15th, 1865 like Andy's birthday? Shouldn't they be Andy's memories?
uh, I mean, do we actually know that he was born on that day?
Um, I mean that's what all signs point to.
Well, so going off of so I'm gonna skip ahead. Going off of the end of the episode when Fuko asked Victor what happened in 1865 or whatever, right?
Hmm.
He says ask Louise. Uh, you want to know what I think about it?
What?
I I think that Louise and Victor got married in
Yeah,
1865 on
right.
that day.
But I also think that was the same time when she put that card in his head.
Yeah, I think they got married and then she put the card in his head. That's what I think.
Yeah. So
I don't know why they would do that. That's a hell of a honeymoon, I guess, but
yeah, like we need to flush out some stuff, but I mean that would also be the day that Andy was born because Andy's only there when the
yeah,
card's in the
yeah.
head. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
His new personality was born. I see what you're saying.
right. That's what I mean
Yeah.
by that. Like
Yeah.
that's what I've been referring to it as. But yeah, I didn't really understand what Victor meant, but maybe since Victor is the main body, he's like, yeah, all this shit is mine, which is fair. That's how I would feel. But either way, Victor decides to start killing Fuko inside of the memories. So she never wants to look at the memories again. And his end goal is like, if I kill Fuko enough, she'll actually die in the real world. And he wants to do that to weaken Andy's psyche so he can take over his body again. But now that we know that Victor is the guy, this is his body. Uh, Andy is a sign of mental illness, um, in the sense that there's a card in his head. Did we feel it's fair? Like, I kind of feel bad for Victor, bro. I guess is what I'm getting at here. Like, this is kind of fucked up.
Uh, oh yeah, I mean, in some ways, I guess, but you got to think how
Somebody else
long.
has his body, bro. What do you mean, kinda? What the
but
fuck, bro?
but you gotta look at it this way. This man has lived for no telling how long, right?
I,
So,
I. That don't mean he gets to have his body dispossessed.
but technically, it's still his body, right? It's just a
He
different
ain't using it.
personality.
Yeah.
His main personality is being suppressed.
Get the
So he's
fuck
still
out of
there.
here.
He's still there and living. It's just that he's just not able to
he's
do what
he's
he
he's in the
wants.
back seat of his own fucking body, Tyler. It's fucked up. It's fucked up, bro.
At least he's not dead, you know. So
Yeah, but I feel like if I put a card in your head and another personality came out, I think you'd be a little frustrated with me, to say the least.
possibility, probably.
Okay, okay. All right. Well, I personally think they should give Victor his body back because it just seems a little messed up. But so we get back to Shinjuku um railway station back in Japan, and Victor is pulling out some stops. He had some attacks similar to Doflamingo, and some blood strings, or what I'm gonna call them. But Andy ends up showing up and saving Fuko, and we saw some really cool new abilities in their kit, which is one the ability to be able to harden Andy's blood. He had some really tight movement, which
Hmm.
was really cool. And I think the biggest thing that we got out of this is Fuko's unluck bullet.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool development, I guess you can say.
Yeah. So I mean, finally, I think it was from talking to Fuko um, in the prior memory. Andy's now putting his soul in his fingers, is what he's saying to everybody. That way, the unluck travels when he shoots them, which I thought was pretty dope.
Yeah, I did not expect that. And I guess kudos to him for figuring it out. Because even in like the present world or whatever,
Hmm.
not the book. Uh, so I don't really know how this all works because in the present world, he's not able to do these things, and she's not able to do these things. But in the book, um, back when Andy first meets Fuko at Shinjuku Station or whatever that we're
Hmm.
talking about now, he's able to do these things, the blood and the unlock bullets and putting your soul in a different part of the body because he used to think it was only his head. You know, he'd have to do his head only or whatever. So it just makes me wonder how did he learn um these moves inside while he was contained inside this book when he doesn't know them outside of the book. You see what I'm saying?
Right, but I think like the alteration of like the memories or like the events in the book is like causing them to like up their battle prowess, or so it
So
seems. This is like a training arc type beat.
so I wonder if Fuko going back and, messing with stuff like that, uh she actually changed the real world as well.
Yeah, I think that's the whole point of this
Okay.
because I forget What is the
Ano?
Anno, yes. I think that was like the whole point of Anna doing this. She's like, yeah, we have to make you stronger, and the best way to do that is so for y'all to like get to know each other a little better,
See,
understand each other.
at first I thought they was just going in to like learn about the past and like come back with that knowledge and tell each other, talk to each other about what they learned or whatever. But I really do think it's like changing the present time. So
Yeah, I thought, yeah, that's what I thought until this episode. I definitely thought that was just like, oh, they're just gonna go learn, then they're gonna go train, but it seems like it's a little two in one package.
yeah,
Um, yeah, because once Foucault told Andy like that he's unluck, I think that gave him more time to like experiment with his abilities and like learn all this stuff. Because Victor did end up saying that, oh, you learned all of this in a mere 140 years, and I was like, okay, he just called 140 years mere. You know, between Victor and the elves from Fririn, like this is getting out of hand. Um, but but yeah, that made me think it's like, okay, this like accelerated his growth because he knew he would have to go protect Foucault. So
yeah,
maybe he practiced a little bit more.
yeah. It's just surprising how like long they actually do live, I guess, and I don't know. You wonder how long Juice and him has been alive trying to do this shit because it's been a. I think they started throwing around like hundreds and millions of years.
Yeah, bro.
So
Yes, brother. Yeah,
yeah,
so
there.
Victor
I
ended
guess
up,
there's a
yeah,
reason that card's in his head. I mean,
it's fucking nuts. Like,
yeah,
yeah, Victor does end up saying like Juice has been trying to take down God for hundreds of millions of years
yeah.
and like still hasn't succeeded. Like, if I was Juice, maybe I would just go live my life. Like, I don't know if I got that kind of grit in me. Hundreds of millions of years of losing over and over and over.
The crazy thing is Andy, he's not able to die, but Juiz, she could move on. She just wouldn't have to get, she just don't have to get on that arc.
That's true. I mean,
Apparently, that's what it looks
I
like.
probably still keep getting on the arc.
you
I
know
just
about it,
wouldn't,
so why not, right?
right? But I just wouldn't be trying to kill God with my spare time.
I see
Um,
you.
but Victor, like, he ends up saying like he wants to kill Juiz, like to save her the trouble of suffering. He says, I don't want to see the woman I love continue to suffer. Bro, that was pretty ass backwards, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's got a point. She can't get it out of her mind. He thinks that it's impossible to do it because they haven't been able to do it yet,
Hmm.
and she thinks that it's impossible, but she still keeps on trying to do it. So, in order to stop, the woman he loves from suffering, by putting herself through this over and over, he's just gonna get rid of her. Just let her move on. It's kind of romantic, right?
No. Murder's never romantic. No.
Oh damn! I must be reading too much anime or some shit.
You might be, dog. You might be. That's fucked up. That's real fucked up.
Ain't that what they did at Game of Thrones?
Oh my god, bro.
Okay,
He's
I'm
not
done.
wrong. He's not wrong, but he ain't right either. Um, but yeah, Victor ends up changing his mind on this subject, which I thought was good. Like that seems healthy. But I think he kind of like he said he saw himself and Andy and Foucault. He saw him and Juiz and Andy and Foucault, and that's pretty cool. But the OG team wasn't able to do it, so I think Victor's like, okay, let's see if this new team can. They seem to care a lot about each other. They're kind of altering their paths to get more powerful. But I think the big thing that Victor that kind of made him sway was Fuko can now deliver personalized unluck instead of just physical damage. And we saw that because Victor got his head got stuck in that union ball, the same as Andy's did when he originally got caught. And this is a big difference because you can unlock God personally to whatever
Yeah.
his unluck is instead of just hitting him with a goddamn meteor.
Yeah, this is a big moment for Andy and Fuko because now Fuko is kind of OP. I mean, she was kind of OP before, but now she's even more OP.
Yes.
So
Her yeah, her luck is gonna be personalized to you when she wants it to be. That's
yeah,
pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome.
now the Undead Unluck pair that's already like really powerful. Yeah, I mean, you really can't stop it now. I guess if
Yeah.
they don't want you to.
It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. So, but that's all I have for Undead Unluck. I thought it was a pretty solid episode.
Yeah, one more thing. When the ball came down and his head came it opened up and his head went in it, I was just, thinking, gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon.
I'm glad you got that in there.
I had to, bro. Now we
No
can move on to
issues.
Furren.
Okay, okay.